Good evening, ladies, as well as gentlemen. Papa Boris here with some more Hearthstone Arena. We're playing a Hunter run after losing a really frustrating Rogue run, where one of the losses was due to a bug in Hearthstone and not my fault in the slightest. And then another loss, I got the opponent down to 1 health because the oil missed the minion, and I didn't have any spells to trigger combo, and I didn't have any damage. And if the oil had just not missed the minion, I would have won, but I lost instead. So we got to 4 wins instead of 5, which was unfortunate because I had a bit of a streak going with Rogue. Now we're doing Hunter. Hunter with 4 runs in since Goblins versus Gnomes launched. I've been squarely at 3 or 4 all 4 times, which is kind of unfortunate. Here we're up against Senator Hobo the Paladin, which is definitely a great start to things. Do you keep this snipe? I'm actually going to keep it. Yeah, sure. I'll play that on turn 2. It's better than steady shotting, and it might get wasted for a bajillion different reasons, but it does not trigger against the recruits, and it might kill something good nowadays. I mean, it used to be the 4 damage was just sort of awkward because there wasn't anything that was worth killing, but now with Ogre Brood around, you know, maybe. Anyway, we got the Steam Weedle Sniper, which I think makes the most sense, so we'll just play that guy. The thing about him is, first of all, I've had him actually all 3 games on turn 2, so that's fortunate. And it's an epic, which is also very fortunate. But the other part about him is sometimes people will change their plays because they're afraid of what you might do with him. Like here, I could shoot this, but I think that would be a mistake. We'll just play Spider Tank and kill this guy. That 3 health is just really nice. If you were a 3-2, it wouldn't be nearly as good. Okay, Nat Pagel catches him a card, but I'm okay with that. I'm not going to go crazy trying to kill Nat Pagel here. He's all about the Divine Shield, it seems. And, oh no, he's actually got Blessing of Might to give that guy attack power. So down goes my sniper. That was really bizarre. I don't know why he didn't kill this. I really have no idea why he didn't kill it. That would have been a good thing to do, to attack right there. Okay. Well, he's got a 3-4 now, which is difficult to deal with. Let's see. I mean, I'm going to play the Glaivezuka first just to see what creature gets buffed, because if it's the Spider Tank, that would certainly be nice. Nope, it's not. It's that guy. Okay, great. And then we can shoot something. So, what are we going to do? We could shoot Nat, and then hit him with Hunter's Mark, and then throw the Steam Weedle and the Spider Tank. Yeah, let's clear this board out. I think it's worth it to do that. Hang on a minute. Am I missing something obvious? I could hit that with my Glaive and shoot it. But, yeah, either way, I end up having to pop a Divine Shield. Let's see, I could pop this shield like that. Yeah, because the bonus from this, if it had gone on the Spider Tank, things would have been much better. As it is, it doesn't really matter what I do, so let's just do it quickly. So we shoot, we score, and then we throw both of these things away. Throw off. Okay, he's got 5 cards, thanks to Nat. I have 5 cards as well. I've got a 3-2, which doesn't really hold up against a 4-drop he might play here. I'd have to throw it and my weapon to kill like a Senjin or a Yeti. He has a Stalker, which is good, so he's not playing a 4-drop, and he plays a Recruit, which I'm fine with, because this thing has still got enough oomph in it to kill this Recruit, which is great. I don't think I want to play the Abomination here. Here I definitely wish this had been a Twilight Drake, or an Azure Drake. So we could play the Yeti, or I could do this and Snipe. Snipe's got a decent chance of being wasted. But I think I'm going to do it. I don't know why exactly my instincts call for this, but that's what they call for. So we're going to keep the weapon on hand. It plus Snipe should kill even a big 5-drop like a Spectral Knight. It might, you know, he might be afraid of attacking because he's afraid of Freezing Trap. Okay, he knows it's not Freezing or Snake now. And it's a Sapper, which is fine. It'll die to Snipe, so the Snipe actually deals the full 4 damage. That's good. And it takes up 3 of his mana. He makes a Recruit. The Golem can take care of that. And this Abomination is really bad. An Azure Drake would have been so much better. Just the extra card would have made a huge difference by itself. Alright, so we're hanging on in there. He's got 5 cards, 6 mana. I also have 5 cards. A bit of a board lead, but this card's terrible for me. It just kills my own stuff without any sort of recompense. He makes a Recruit again. He's making a lot of these Recruits. I don't know what kind of a hand he has, but he seems to have some kind of an awkward hand where he's not able to get much done. Get a Voodoo Doctor. Oh, Jesus. Well, that sucks. So this drafting choice is screwing me here. I took him because I figured with my end game I needed to get as much removal as possible, but clearly that was a mistake here at least. So what we'll do is we'll kill that off. kill this off, heal my golem. And I could play this, but I think that would be an error, because that would kill off my own doctor, and then if he had more damage, the 2 damage it would deal to this stuff would like make him die to consecration and whatnot. I don't think I want to do that. Like I would hate to see him play like Seal of Light and consecration to just kill off everything. Okay, because the secret. So the secret is probably Noble Sacrifice or Redemption. So I will check for the Noble Sacrifice here with my weapon. Okay, it's not that, which makes it likely to be Redemption. Do I just let it happen? I think I'll let it happen. So we'll pop it. There's the Redemption. Now do I use Arcane Shot? Or do I throw this guy away? If I throw this guy away, then I'm not losing him to the likely consecration that's about to happen. But if I Arcane Shot, I can deal more damage. So okay, we'll do it. I'm going to play this, because I got nothing else to do. Hopefully it doesn't go on the Yeti. It goes on the Yeti, okay. My Glaivezooka buffs here are not through the roof. And, okay, so now, let's say he consecrates, the Golem hangs on in there, he's got 4 mana left over. I've got 4 damage, 6 damage, 8 damage, 10 damage, so I'm getting him down to half health. I need more, though. I need more. Oh, man, this is actually going to kill off both of my guys. And he has the Sea Giant. Wow, alright. Not bad. That's it's a pretty good time for Unstable Ghoul, I gotta admit. So do I play the Flesh-Eating Ghoul to get it to grow? It'll, what, 3 things are gonna die? It'll become a 5/2. Man, this really should have been an Azure Drake. I mean, this would have been a 4/4 body on the table, smacking him. Yeah, that if I lose this game, it's entirely because I didn't draft an Azure Drake. Of course, I could have played this earlier. He seems not to have any removal. Maybe he would have used removal if I'd played this. Fuck. Oh man, I really wish this Yeti could attack, but yeah, that Unstable Ghoul came at the right time. I think we gotta drop this Flesh-Eating Ghoul here, unfortunately. Even though I'm not a super big fan of that move. Then might as well run the Yeti in because it's dead regardless. And I think everything has to go to the face at this point. I'm in a lot of trouble. But this drafting choice cost me the game, because the Abomination hasn't ever saved me. I have never needed the removal, but it could have won me the game if it had been an Azure Drake here. So that's squarely my fault. So now we're in a little bit of a pickle. He's going to Hammer of Wrath, go up a card. I assume there's a Consecration to follow up, otherwise that move made no sense. Yep, there's the Consecration. Now he starts to hit me with Sea Giant. This thing doesn't quite kill the Sea Giant either. Jesus, terrible. Alright, so the Ogre comes down, but it'll just die to that thing. So, okay, if I play this, it doesn't kill that Sea Giant. But the Ogre doesn't kill it either. Oh, jeez, there's just nothing good. So this and this both don't kill the Sea Giant. Alright, we'll do the Ogre. And yeah, we'll hit him in the face. I don't exactly see how I'm going to win this. I don't think I have enough burn left in my deck, but that's what I have to try. God, this was a really painful game to lose, because that Ghoul did it for him. And I could have won if I had just drafted an Azure Drake. Or maybe played this earlier and never did end up doing anything. Fuck. Alright. So, we gotta play this thing, although unfortunately it's not gonna hold things off. This thing's gonna drop to be a 5/4. I don't want to play this because it'll just die. He healed up for a lot of damage. I'm lost. I'm lost, and I'm really annoyed that I convinced myself to take an inferior card thinking I had a good reason for it. And that cost me at least 1 game, which in the arena, of course, 1 game is kind of a big deal. He has 6 more health. Oh my god. Well, I never did draw any of my massive quantities of endgame, except for the Ogre. And that one drafting choice screwed me up. He gives me a mannered, well played, but there's nothing I can do except concede. So Senator Hobo, unfortunately, beats me. But it's entirely my own fault. I should have either drafted Azure Drake or played that Abomination earlier instead of being concerned about how double-edged it might be, because if it had gotten to hit him a couple of extra times, it might have swung the game. Now, he did have 12 points of healing, so maybe I would have lost even if I had played the Abomination at the earliest opportunity. And he did have a Consecration eventually. I can't remember where in this hand it came from, so maybe he would have just played it earlier if it could have used it to clear off my board. Like the tournament when he played Hammer of Wrath onto the Golem and then consecrated. He could have Hammered of Wrath the Abomination and then consecrated. Oh, fuck my life. Alright, well, Iron Halo is our opponent here. We are first with a pretty bad hand. Gotta keep the 3-drop, which is very bad as a hunter to have nothing until turn 3, but that is what's gonna fucking happen. Got 2 chances to draw a 2-drop, which with this deck is not very likely. Of course, I get the 6-drop a game late and at the wrong time. Oh, he's got a 1-drop. Oh man, this is not going good. This I would have thought for sure this was gonna make it to 3, but no, I don't know. He's got a totem, so he's probably gonna play Flame Tongue. Over time, another 3-drop. Jesus. Over time, I've become less and less a fan of the turn 1 coin totem, turn 2 Flame Tongue play, because usually the best case scenario is the opponent played something, so you kill it with your totem and the help of Flame Tongue. But then your Flame Tongue's kind of exposed. So I don't think it's actually that good of a play most of the time. Okay, so I think here, if I just play the Golem, it's good enough to kill his totems, and it respawns, so I'm going to do that. Technically, Flame Tongue plus both of these will kill off the Golem just as well as it would kill off a Spider Tank, but this is a bit more resilient against, say, Lightning Bolt. And yes, of course, we predictably had the totem. But notice now, he does go up a card, technically, but this thing is just sitting here. So it's a little bit vulnerable and it's hard to protect. I'm going to go for the Companion because there's a chance I'm going to get a pig and just kill this right off, which is what happens. Had it not been the pig, I would have been fine, because the bear is a 4/4 for 3, which is fine. It's better than Spider Tank, of course. And then the Leok would have been bad, but I think it was a worthy risk. He's got the Stormforged axe. Of course, there are some drawbacks to that, one of which is that he takes damage, 4 damage, which is, sizable against a hunter. And here, I think the Ghoul is going to hit a little harder, but the Spider Tank hits harder enough, and honestly, I would rather have that extra point of health than the extra attack. In fact, well, they would have both been, yeah, they would have both ended up being a 4 attack thing. This is a 4/4, this is a 4/3, and that's a huge difference versus Shaman, because it means the Lightning Bolt won't kill it. Okay, plays this guy, which isn't super great. It does survive, though, against these two things. I have my choice of 6-drops. So this is the game where they all showed up. The main issue with these two guys, they're both some of the best 6-drops in the game, is he hasn't really had any occasion to play Hex, and so they likely get hexed. So what I'm going to do is let's say I can play this guy, that would actually let me kill the Mogushan Warden. Although I'd have to throw both my minions at it to kill it and pop the shield. Then you take 4 damage killing this off. Now let's just go ahead and leave this Warden as it is. I'm gonna hit that thing. Generally I don't like to hit things if it doesn't kill them, but here it makes sense so the tank can finish this off next turn, and then I can attack with the Ogre if he hasn't hexed. And if he does hex it, that's half of his mana, and then I'm presuming he will hex and then kill the Hex with the Warden, and so then I can finish off the Warden with the tank. Maybe kill something with this Glavzuga, and then also play after the Hex is gone. Man, what is it? The Sky Highmane or the Golem? Oh my god, I lost a game recently to a Hobgoblin Arena combo. The person played Hobgoblin and 3 creatures. A Wisp was one of them, and like a Northshire Cleric, and I forget the... Oh, and a Mana Addict. Yes, it was a Mana Addict, a Northshire Cleric, and a Wisp. He actually pulled off the Hobgoblin Dream. This guy was clearly fishing for it, because he had the Warden in his deck. Well, that explains why he was playing with a Warden. Lord. Okay. Well, we gotta kill that Hobgoblin. That's obviously gotta happen. So, how do I do it? I could use the Commander or the Cobra Shot. Cobra Shot would let me also Steady Shot. It would take this... The thing is, this thing would be a body on the table, but it's just gonna die to the Stormforged axe. So, yeah, might as well just do the Cobra Shot on this. So I can do that extra Steady Shot damage. Keeping the Glavzuka on hand seems like a smart move. If he had an Uzi, would have used it by now, and want to be able to clear out a Taunt Totem. At this point, I really do need to start playing the 6-drops, though, because they're going to clock up my hand if he manages to come back. Alright, he's a Storm 1 champion, which isn't the greatest play, because it doesn't do Taunt, it doesn't do any removal. Okay, so can I actually win? Let's just check. 6, 10, 12, 14. That's good enough. He's not going to kill me unless something absolutely ridiculous happens. And yeah, we'll just take him down to 1 health. So now I am threatening lethal with Steady Shot. I've also got the Stormsuck Commando. So you'd have to have pretty much an antique Keelbot, and then of course there's these guys to deal with, so it'd be difficult. It'd be a tall order. Alright, so we get to 3 wins. Basically, the big mark is to get to 5, because that would beat my rut with Hunter, if I can get to 5 wins. My average has dipped pretty low. Unfortunately, it's down to like 5.6 or 5.8 or something. It's pretty sad. Only 44% of my runs have made it to 7 wins or more over the Goblins versus Gnomes span. Bob Chins, which for some reason seems like a pretty silly name as well. I'm going to keep the Hounds. Yes, I could mulligan it and increase my odds of getting something playable earlier. But he's a Paladin. He's going to be at the very least playing recruits. And I might need the Hounds for removal to slow things down. So I can play my big drops later on a not terrible board. Okay, nothing from him. Oh, we got the Steam Weedle Sniper. So he missed a game. He missed the game that I won, actually. And he was present for the game I lost. But he's back now. So that's great. Steam Weedle plus Hunter's Mark is a pretty sick combo. For 4 mana and 2 cards, you can kill anything. Here, I am going to play this Novice Engineer. I could shoot this Recruit, but I think it makes more sense to get that down. Spend some of this guy's health to draw an extra card. Put a 1/1 on the table. That would also let me kill a Recruit later on. Or kill something with Hunter's Mark without being too bothered by it. He's still got a coin. He's been playing very slow. He had actually nothing on turn 2 except for his hero ability. In the face of a Steam Weedle Sniper, no less. So he's really playing quite slowly. It's either very fortunate or he's making a bad judgment call by slow rolling when he shouldn't be. Like I've been saying, the Steam Weedle Sniper, sometimes it doesn't play out that well. Like you don't get to like kill a bajillion things with your steady shot, but what it does is it inhibits your opponent's plays and makes them avoid playing things he might have otherwise wanted to. Okay, so the Piloted Shredder drops. I think for this, the cleared call is just to ignore it, because I've got nothing to do with my mana anyway, so I might as well Freezing Trap. Steady Shot his fat face. I'm not hitting him in the face. Now this is a really clear signal, crystal clear signal that I have a Freezing Trap. Like he should know it's Freezing Trap, so what he wants is a charge creature that could fish out the Freezing Trap, and then he could use this to kill my Sniper and be in pretty decent shape. Like a Stormwind Knight, for example, would be a pretty good card. But he has the Freezing Trap get popped by that Shredder, so that's cost 6 mana, so it's kind of like a worse version of my Sky Golem now. He's going to Hammer of Wrath the Sniper, so he goes up 2 cards in this exchange. 1 for the Freezing Trap and then 1 for that Hammer. Now, Flesh Eating Ghoul is not the greatest card, but it's really good that I drew something to play. That could honestly decide the game, because if I had just passed on this turn, I would have been in trouble. He's got 9 cards to my 7, so this isn't super big board presence either. I've really got to catch up here on cards to stay in the game. I believe he actually still has the coin also. So, well, 8 cards plus the coin. So 8 versus 7. I guess I'm not doing too terribly. This technically did get me up a card. Okay, is he going to play a spell? 1 mana, could play a secret. Is it gonna happen? He's thinking about it. Well, the coin would let him play something up to 2 mana, so he could actually get 2 students here. Then I might be tempted to delay my 6 drops to play the Unleash the Hounds and Hunter's Mark combos. Clearly he's thinking about it. Maybe he just doesn't have a good 2 mana play. Alright, he doesn't do it. Okay. Oh my god, is the game bugged? Because I just drew my card and it's not showing my turn button. Oh my god. This would be very distressing to lose 2 games in back-to-back arenas due to a Hearthstone bug. Why did it draw me a card, and why is he still going, And why does it still say enemy turn? Oh, man. Oh, no, we're going to lose to, we're gonna lose the game to a bug. That sucks. 2 arenas in a row. Potentially. Let's just wait and see what happens. I mean, maybe the rope will come out, maybe something weird's going to happen. You never know with these bug situations, although usually the outcome is you get a loss. It's the #1 outcome for sure. I'm going to open up the internet real quick just to make sure the internet's working. Could be that my internet died. Nope, it didn't die. Internet's definitely alive and well. Alright, folks, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same thing as I did in the last video. I'm going to sign off for just a second, and then we'll pop back in once the issue has been resolved. See you in just a second. Wow, so what happened is my turn just got skipped. It got straight up skipped, which allowed him to just kill off my Flesh Eating Ghoul and then play a Boulder Fist Ogre. So that sucks. I mean, I would very much enjoy taking my 6th turn, which would have let me kill off the Violet Teacher and then attack with this Ghoul. So now I'm still in the game, but I just lost a turn. Straight up lost a turn. Okay, yeah, that's pretty frustrating. So let's see what he's going to do here. Hopefully play one more minion, so I can drop some nice dogs. Yeah, okay, that makes it harder for the dogs to do their magic, but I might have to do it anyway. Alright, so let's think very carefully here. I could just ignore everything. I could play the Ogre. Why is my steady shot flipped face down? Wow, this game is just so bugged. So I could play the Ogre and ignore everything, or I could play the dogs. And then I could also play multi-shot and arcane shot, so I could just clear his board. Yeah, let's just do that, if the game will still function. So we'll do this. I don't actually need to play arcane shot at all. What am I talking about? We can just play multi-shot to kill those things. Swing, swing. Pass the turn. Okay, so the game seems to be working. Hopefully we can actually steal a win despite mulliganing a turn, like not even getting to steady shot or anything. It's a long shot. He's got a lot of cards. My board's not that great. I do have some 6 drops, and I do have some burn potential. But if he has removal, which he's likely to in 8 cards, then I could be in a lot of trouble. And he has the Consecration, because you know why? Because Paladins always have Consecration. So, does he have a good 4-drop? He does not. He actually, I was going to have to correct myself there. He plays a Cult Master, which is definitely not a good 4-drop. So, here we're going to drop Piloted Sky Golem. Find out if, actually, do I even want to play Steady Shot? I really don't. I'm going to play the Snipe to hopefully kill off a creature. Still don't know if the steady shot's like bugged or not. This thing could get through for some damage, and then hopefully this guy will get through for some damage, and then we'll win the game. That's the plan. Alright, so the secret's likely to be a noble sacrifice in this situation. You should generally always assume they have the best secret possible. He has an Ogre, which is a pretty good foil for Snipe. And he makes a Recruit. Alright, let's find out if it's a noble sacrifice. It is, tragically, indeed a noble sacrifice. So that stops him from getting 6 damage. I'm going to play this to try to trade off his Ogre, and I'm going to play the Yeti, because the Yeti is just good. Oh man, I would be winning this game so easily if I hadn't missed a turn. But hey, at least it's better than that game I just lost. Here at least I have a chance. I could still get something like Cobra Shot or Stormpike Commando for some extra burn, and if I could attack with these 2 guys for 10 damage this turn, and he doesn't have heals. I mean, that's a lot of ifs, but it's possible, is what I'm trying to say. There's a chance that I will actually be able to win this game, despite some serious buggery going on, which is actually bad. Bad language if you're British. Anyway, let's see what he's got. He still has 6 cards, which is a really fearsome hand. He's just not been having anything great to play. He did have the Consecration, but he hasn't just been able to clear my board ever. So let's see if he's got it here. If the Ogre has to trade for that Lord of the Arena, then I'm in probably pretty good shape. Because if these 2 guys live the turn, and then I drop the Ogre and attack, I'm in good shape. Is he really taking that much time to think about buffing that thing? Okay. I guess that makes sense, because this thing is only going to be at 1 health after that. He could have also buffed this and used that to kill the Lord, so I'm guessing he had a reason. Aha, his reason was he wanted to buff it with the Dark Iron Dwarf. Okay, I think his moves made sense here. Get a Stormwind Knight, which is not good, because it's got charge, but it makes no difference, because it didn't die on my turn, so I don't care about it having charge, and it's just a 2-5 versus like a 4-5 that it could have been. Alright, so do I kill this this Ogre to try to make my Ogre more likely to live? I think so. I think we have to kill that. Hit him in his fat face. Play this, and let's see if Steady Shot works. Okay, it actually does work. Cool. So the big question now is, does the Ogre get to attack? If the Ogre doesn't get to attack and hit him, I could very well lose the game, because then he can scrabble back up. That doesn't stop the Ogre from attacking, and that doesn't stop the Ogre from attacking. Okay, we're looking at, he needs like a Sunfear Protector here. And he doesn't have it, he just has a Recruit. Okay. Let's see if I can get some damage to finish this off. That would be really nice. I don't. I get a Recombobulator, which I don't even want to use, because it doesn't heal anything, and I don't want to lose the Spider Tank, because most of the 3-drops would be worse. But I'm going to play it anyway, because I want to distract him as much as possible with stuff on the table, just to increase the potential for me to steady shot him twice and win that way. Healing would really screw me up here, of course, if he has that. He can throw the Tiger in these 2 Chimper Nuggets at my Ogre. Then again, these guys are threatening lethal, so he has to deal with them as well. So it's lucky I got a 3-3 and not anything worse. So does he have heals? That's the first thing he needs. And then removal would be the second thing. I have too much health for him to burn me down with, unless he has, like... Well, even if he had double Blessed Champion, it wouldn't be enough. Okay, so he plays Blessing of Wisdom on the Tiger, which was a smart move. It's a 1-mana cycle. He still has plenty of mana, so that's a good move. Gotta always draw cards first to increase your odds of getting your outs. Seems like there's no Consecration happening, which is good. A Consecration would have been a full board clear here. So he doesn't have that. That doesn't do anything. Does he have a Defender of Argus? His Light's Justice, that doesn't do anything at all. That doesn't do anything. Still needs a Defender of Argus to have a chance. That does not look like he has it. He's going to play Divine Favor to do nothing. And even after skipping a turn, I actually end up winning the game. Skipping turn 6, no less, when I had a bunch of 6-drops and had fallen behind on the board. I win the game. Alright, cool. So that was remarkable. I guess I gotta test my luck and keep on playing, because why not, right? We survived a bug to make it to 4-1, and now we're trying to get to 5 wins. Good times. I apologize if I sound a little bit congested or scratchy throated, or cough a lot, because I'm still getting over a cold. It's just the week of sickness. I have a cold. My girlfriend had a cold before me. Her son had a cold before her. And my computer has been bad. Like, the fan bearing is loose, so I'm taking it in tomorrow for some expensive repairs. So hopefully after this week, everybody's going to be hale and hearty and healthy, and everything will be great. We're up against Monk the Hunter. I guess he's in preparation. He's really prepared for Blizzard to come up with that Monk class they talked about way back in closed beta that then nothing was heard about ever again. Alright. Let's see if we're going to play Freezing Trap or Novice Engineer. Oh, okay, interesting. So this is not the greatest thing to Freezing Trap, because it honestly could come back later in time for combo. But what does it do to drop a Novice Engineer in front of it? Nothing. So we're going to do this because this is an endgame deck. We got to survive to the endgame. Even if I have to go down a card to keep control of the board, it's just what I'm going to have to do. That's the strategy of this deck. Okay, so he checks for the trap. Explosive Trap would have been better here, but Freezing Trap has been really, really good. Overall, I would not trade Freezing Trap for Explosive Trap in this arena. He has nothing on turn 2, which is very interesting because he did coin out that Hyena. Of course, as you all know from me saying it many, many times, you don't want to coin a 2-drop if you're not going to have a 2-drop the following turn. We get another Pig, which honestly I'm not sure if that's good luck or not. I would have preferred one of the other two. Yeah, I would have preferred only one of the other two because I don't want this thing to die to Arcane Shot. He's actually going to 2-for-1 a Dalaran Mage and a Hunter's Mark against the Pig, treating the Hunter's Mark like a Moonfire, which I can't blame him for. Like I said, just like what I'm doing is, you know, keeping board advantage at all costs. That's what he's doing. So let's do Novice Engineer, see what card we get before we make any further decisions. We get that. Alright, I think I could keep this around and sneak 4 extra damage in, but this is not that kind of a deck. We'll just trade 3-drop for 3-drop and play the Sniper. Try to scare him off from doing anything. Just again, so that I can survive until turn 6. Now, Hunters are not very good at killing this stuff at all. Shamans, you gotta worry about Hex, but Hunters just suck balls at killing these types of creatures. They really need some very particular stuff like Kill Command and then Explosive Trap, but even that doesn't quite do it. They're just not, Hunters just aren't good. Okay, so turn 5 comes around. It's unfortunately not yet turn 6, and this is a really good drop. I'd have to throw the hero ability and everything at this to get that guy, or I could do Cobra Shot and then the Steam Weedle Sniper. Unfortunately, I'd love to do Cobra Shot plus Novice Engineer, but this thing's a bit too good. So do I really throw the Cobra Shot? Oh, man. Okay, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to take a little risk. We're going to shoot that, but I'm going to sneak through this damage. It's a risk. It's definitely a risk. But it seemed like it was a good time to take that kind of a risk. Next turn, probably the high main's actually better than the golem because at least you know what you're getting with this, and it's got an extra hit point, which is often significant. Just like the difference between 5 and 4 was very significant that turn. If I could have Cobra shotted it and used the engineer to kill it, I totally would have. He's got the dogs, which is unfortunate because that gives him a lot of board presence. He's actually, yep, going to keep 2 of the dogs, which is pretty smart. Alright. Glypzuga is tempting here, but we're going to play the high main. Kill off the Yeti. Hope he doesn't get emergency coolant. This is not good at all. Hopefully not emergency coolant, but these 2 dogs are a real thorn in my side because this deck is not very good at clearing out the board unless, of course, I get my own Unleash the Hounds, which I don't exactly want to have to count on. Oh man, he's got his own high main. Well played. And he's got a Hunter's Market, so that actually lets him clear out my board. Jeez. That dog that was buffed by the Glypzuga really helps him here. Wow, this guy's got an amazing deck. Well, we are 4-1, I guess. That sort of makes sense. So do I kill this? That doesn't really make any sense to kill, unfortunately. Right? Hunter's Mark this. Play this guy, kill it, he still gets 2 hyenas, and then so what? So we're going to play the golem and just trade his high main for the golem and then hope that I get a good 4-drop out of it. Wow, he's made some amazing plays. I guess I should have killed that Yeti when I had the chance. Because if I had killed the Yeti when I had the chance, like if I had Cobra shotted, then it would have kept his hounds at bay. What is this? Oh, frickin' hell, man. This thing's so bad. Okay, well, that just happened. It is stealth, so at least he can't kill it. But this 5 health is annoying, and he's got 2 spell damage, which is I mean, it's a bit scary. You never know. You know, I wish I had Explosive Shot. Wouldn't that be perfect here? Yeah. Got the wrong removal card, though. So this doesn't really help me. This doesn't help me. They both deal 4 damage. They don't kill this guy. I don't want to throw them at that. I could start going for the face. Play this in a Glypzuga. So what's that? 4, 8, 10, 11 damage? We're going for it. This is what it's got to be, because I've got more burn waiting. With Stormpike and Cobra Shot, that's... Well, this thing's going to be dead, but... This is another 5 damage. 7, 9. I'm missing a damage. Missing a damage to kill him with. Well, hopefully it'll happen. If it doesn't happen, then I lose. That'll be that. Is he actually... That would be... No. There's no way he's going to hit that with his face, because of course then he knows he would just die, because his opponent's a hunter. Alright, well played on that deadly shot. He, unlike me, has the removal that he actually needs. I do have a fair amount of health, though. Does he have any crazy 5-drop here to whittle me down with? He has an Abomination. Ooh, that can help. That can help, because, of course, if I Cobra Shot this, that'll also take away the Hyena, damage him. I think this is the move. So we do this. We Cobra Shot that. Calls off the Hyena. We Steady Shot. We hit him in his fat face. Now, I'm in a pretty good shape, because I can shoot him and then Steady Shot him. So he has to have at least 5 points of healing, which means basically he has to have Antique Healbot. If he does, I can shoot, Steady Shot, and then Time Rewinder. Actually, that wouldn't work, would it? He'd be at 9, 7, 5. No, it's too slow. I'd have to just play the Ogre and hope that the Ogre sticks. Yeah, Ogre Steady Shot would have to be my play. Yeah, Antique Healbot could bring him back from the brink here. Because I'm kind of low myself, so let's say he plays Antique Healbot and then a Yeti. Yeah, I could have been in trouble. Anyway, I win, so that's good. Gotta remember to add the time again. That first video was 20 minutes, so this one can go up to 25 minutes, so we're actually getting close to done. But oh my goodness, I made it out of my rut. 5-1's pretty happy place for Hunter. Even if I lose the next 2 games, you know what? Baby steps, right? Baby steps. Not everything has to be a leap. Not that I would mind a leap to 7 wins, because that hasn't happened in a while. Yeah, I haven't had 7 wins in a long time. My average is 5.6 in 39 plays, which is really pretty bad, compared to like the 6.8 average I had over like 300 games before in Nextramus. So really, I've gotten worse by like 1.2 games. By like over a game on average, I get 1 win less per run. It's kind of sad if you think about it that way. So the Voodoo Doctor's a ugly card to keep here, but I think it was worth keeping because even if all it does is die to a recruit, you know, again, I'm willing to pretty much pay any price to keep the board clear early on. Now, though, we've got a choice. Again, the sniper has just been showing up like the dickens. Ah, we have the infiltrator as well. So, do you coin out the Voodoo Doctor? I think you do. I think you do. So, what happens now is he's going to play a recruit. I'm going to kill that recruit with this Voodoo Doctor, play the sniper, and hit him in the face. So, I'm trading a card in for some board advantage. Oh, no, he's got a 2-3. He's got a Mad Bomber. Oh, my fuck. Please do not kill both my minions. Well, the Mad Bomber is going to kill 2 of my minions, but at least it doesn't live to tell the tale, which is sometimes all the blessing you can hope for. The odds of it killing neither were infinitesimal, although, of course, after the first 2 barrels whiffed, it was kind of sad that the 3rd barrel hit. But what are you going to do? Anyway, let's see what he's got for 3 drops. Hunter's Mark is a good combo with this, but of course, this stupid spider... Oh, jeez, the spider is a pretty good retort to the sniper. So, of course, you don't really want to shoot that spider. Let's play the pig. Don't get the bear this time. I'll just hit him in the face because you generally don't want to pop the spiders. It sucks though, the spiders with paladins, it's like, well, either you're damned if you do, damned if you don't, because he can just buff the spider now with something or other. But if you pop the spider, he could just buff one of the spiders that comes out. So there's really just no winning at all. Yeah, it's a pretty good counter to the sniper. So now the sniper's going to die to his weapon. Do you play the flesh-eating ghoul? Goodness. Oh, man. There's really no point in popping the spiders because I can't kill them anyway. So I'll play the ghoul, hit him in his face. He's now going to use True Silver to kill the sniper. Yeah, I'm really far behind here. I haven't really dealt much damage to him. He's going to stay at 23 health here. Even if I hit him with this golem, he's still above 20. I'm in a crap ton of trouble. Salty dog. Well, I could Hunter's Mark it. Not exactly my favorite way to pass the time, but it's what's going to happen. So always draw cards first. Let's do that. First thing. Okay, we get junk. Let's do that. This. Get a nice big flesh-eating ghoul going here. Of course, the spiders can now pop the ghoul, but then this becomes a 6-3. So he's going to have, I assume, Hammer of Wrath to kill that. I've got my 6 drop, so how good is this turn 6 play? That will determine whether or not I can actually play these things in peace and start to bash his face, which seems to be this deck's strategy, or if I'm just screwed. Alright, this is a pretty encouraging thing, actually, because turn 6, 2-drop, that's not good for him. If he does this, that means he probably has a Hammer of Wrath, although then he's misplaying because he should really Hammer of Wrath this thing first. He's got a... no Hammer of Wrath, just this. Wow, alright. Is he playing around Unleash the Hounds, maybe? That's why he didn't want to pop the spiders, or didn't want this to grow twice? Not sure. But what I do know is that I get to play the Lord of the Arena, and there's nothing to turn this golem into. It won't kill that. It can kill this recruit, I guess. That's interesting. I could kill this recruit, then it would make this grow by 2, so it would be the same as if it hit him in the face, and then there would be one less thing on his side of the table to deal damage to the Lord of the Arena. Did I just talk myself into doing that? I think I did. So let's do that. Let's hit him for 7 damage, which is pretty nice. And now let's see if he's got a way to kill this, because he didn't have Hammer of Wrath or True Silver last turn. He would have definitely used them. He's going to Peacekeep it. Okay, that's an imperfect solution because this thing keeps growing, but still, it reduces the attack by 6. So even factoring in the fact that this keeps growing, it's pretty good response. Just not the best. And he has Taunt to stop me from hitting him with the Lord, which is pretty good for him as well. Senjin now trades with the Lord of the Arena. Nothing I can do about that, unfortunately. So we just soldier on here. We trade these guys. And now I think, do I kill this? Letting it die to the spiders, or do I try to hit him in the face? He's got 3-5-6 damage. Let's take 2 of that damage off. I'm going to let him pop the spiders, finally, and kill my ghoul. But I wanted to take that 2 damage off so that the ogre would have a chance of thriving. This Force Tank Max doesn't really do it for him. It doesn't do anything immediately to help him. He is going to be able to get past Freezing Trap. And I have the exact same situation where it's Recombobulator, Spider Tank, and Freezing, and well, not the Freezing Tap, but the Recombobulator and the Spider Tank. And again, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to hit him in the face. I'm going to do this just so he has more stuff to deal with, and I'm going to Steady Shot. Now the problem is that this time, unlike last time, I am actually screwed because this Force Tank is going to kill my Ogre. He can kill my 2/2. He can clear my board without spending any mana. Then it takes 4 Steady Shots to kill him. I don't have 4 turns. This thing will kill me. And with this is definitely going to kill me. So I need to get something good. In fact, Consecration, which is what the last guy needed to clear my board, he didn't have. This guy has. So I'm going to lose this game unless something really miraculous happens. I'm not even sure I have another turn. Let's see. He's got 6, 13, 14, 15. Well, gotta count on this multi-shot to kill that questing adventurer. It actually does. Gotta do that because why not? Let's see. Well, I could win. I mean, if he plays no taunt and no life gain, and I top deck Argent Commander, then I will actually win the game. He actually triggers Freezing Trap with his biggest thing. Why would he do that? Then if it were like a misdirection, he could have died. I mean, you just always want to use your littlest things. What the hell was that play? Wow. He's winning by so much. I don't think he actually bought me any more time, though, because he's got 9, 12. Yeah, he's got lethal damage. Arcane Shot leaves me 2 damage shy. All right. Well played. Had that Freezing Trap been an Explosive Trap, I would have actually won this game by the top-decked Arcane Shot, but that's life. So, yeah, we'll do one more game just to see how this ends, or doesn't end, I guess. That game was annoying. Oh, man, that game was annoying. Could I have won it somehow? I mean, I could have popped a spider earlier. Then the flesh-eating ghoul might have actually lived. I could have killed his Peacekeeper with my ghoul, but I don't think that would have made a difference. Alright, we're up against Melt the Druid. Ugh, alright. So all the big guys come out to play here. Steam Widow Sniper, I don't know, I think that card might not be as good as it looks, because I've had it, like, on turn 2 all the time, and yeah, it's been bad. Like, it hasn't been bad, but it doesn't really I've, like, lost all those games. Not all of them, I guess I lost the last 2 times. The point is, he didn't win it for me going on turn 2, which is what you'd think he would do. Being an epic and everything, in an otherwise solid deck. Okay, so here we're going to play this as a 3-2 for 2. Unfortunately, it's not going to live, unless, of course, this thing has 2 health, and I'll kill it with Glaivezooka, but it doesn't, so okay, back to what I was saying. I'm going to play this, and now we're praying it trades with the Mech Warper. Praying hard here. Love to see him shapeshift, but what are the odds with a Mech Warper and having coined it? Yeah, he plays a Spider Tank on turn 2. God damn it. Oh, man. So we're doing something really uncomfortable. We are... let's see, I could play this. It will trade it with it if he doesn't shapeshift. Yep, we're fishing for a pig. Fishing for pigs. Don't find it. Find that guy, which is good. The Leok would have been the worst, because that would have died to this plus shapeshift. This at least trades with the tank, and then he has to spend his 3rd turn shapeshifting to finish it off. So it could be worse. And it looks like that is what he's going to do. So he's going to spend his whole turn trading. Looks like my little gambit paid off. Now we're going to drop the Golem, which isn't the greatest. I'd rather be able to play a 4-drop, but not with this deck. Alright, so we're going to do Golem. Not seeing any of my 6-drops yet, which is good because it means my hand is filled with stuff I can play, but it's bad, of course, because I'd like to have those. This thing is going to have to die. There's an Ogre. Alright, so we're going to draw a card. You know what? I'm probably messed up. I should have played Glaivezooka first to buff the Golem, then I could have killed this with the Golem and the Glaivezooka, and saved Hunter's Mark for another day. As it is, I'm getting my Ghoul to start growing. But the problem is, as you can see, and as I should have seen, everything dies to swipe. Of course, you can say this is just a brilliant gambit, because if he has the swipe, it's his whole turn. And then I play the Ogre unmolested. Ah, no swipe, but a Starfall. He says a natural mistake. I don't know. You never can trust people when they say natural mistake. They might just be trying to bluff you. Okay, cool. I guess this flesh The flesh-eating ghoul actually gets to hit. Now I played the golem over the, oh sorry, the ogre over the golem because the ogre is less likely to die. And I think it's worth it to play this first to fish out something like, say, a recycle. And look, he's got a starfire. They could have starfired this thing with. And you can see, okay, well that's great. So that'll do it. We are at time now. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed me seeing not fail horribly with Hunter for the first time in a long time. If you enjoyed it, please like and/or subscribe, and I'll start coughing horribly. And see you again soon. Take care, everybody.